Hi, friends. Okay, so something that is kind of tricky when you're doing drawing or when you're doing drawing for math too is being able to draw shapes. Some shapes are easier to draw than others, and today for math we're going to do some practice of not only recognizing our shapes and knowing their names, but also drawing them. Okay? So, let's start with our buddy here, the triangle. Now, we remember that the triangle has 3 sides and 3 corners, or angles is the fancy word for that, these angles. But it also looks like a letter that we know. Do you recognize the letter that it looks like? It looks like an uppercase A. So when we draw it, we can act like we're drawing an uppercase A. Okay, so I'm going to show you how we could do that with just a pencil, crayon, marker, pen, and then we'll try using some tools to help us, okay? So just like when we do an A, we start at the top, we slant left, we lift, start back at the top. Sorry guys, I'm gonna move my arm. And slant right. Okay? So it's much like we do an uppercase A, except now we just have to connect those two. Now, when you're doing it like this, your lines are not going to be straight. Your shape is not going to be perfect because you are not a computer and we don't expect you to be perfect. That's why we're practicing, okay? Now, you might want to use a tool to help you draw shapes. So this is a nice tool. This is called a ruler, and this can help you draw a straight line if you're getting really frustrated by not being able to draw a straight line. But if you don't have a ruler at home, you can also just use anything that has a straight edge. This is a little notebook that has a straight edge. This is a box I have that has a straight edge. If it has a straight line, you can use it and it will help you trace a straight line. So we'll try it using this book. Okay, so let's say I'm very concerned about not getting my line straight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my edge on a slant, just like I did when I drew it like an A. I'm going to slant down, I'm going to lift up. Okay, that's a very straight line, Miss Gass. Now I'm going to take the book and I'm going to put it at the tip where I started my line. And I'm going to show you something cool about triangles. No matter if your lines can be different lengths and it's still going to be a triangle. It doesn't have to have the lengths all the same of each side. So I'm actually going to draw one with a longer side on this side. I'm going to trace along down to there. Okay, and now what I want to do is I want to connect these 2 points. So I'm going to put my notebook, my straight edge, and I'm going to connect those 2 points. So this is also a triangle, even though it's not even though these 2 sides are long and this side is short, still a triangle. When they're all equal lengths, it's called an equilateral triangle. That's a big fancy word. You know what else is true about shapes? If I turn it this way, it's a triangle. If I turn it this way, it's a triangle. If I turn it this way, it's a triangle. Any way I turn it, it's still going to be a triangle. Okay, so you can practice drawing triangles. What's the next shape we should do? This is the trickiest shape of all. Should we do that one? Okay, so this is a circle. A circle has 0 straight edges, right? Straight sides. It just has one big curved line. My recommendation for doing a circle freehand, which means you do it without any tools, is you don't want to do it too fast and you don't want to do it too slow. And I'm going to show you why, okay? So watch. I'm going to do a circle really fast. Is that a great circle? Did I try my best? No. Look, it looks like it's got like a mouth on it or something. That was too fast. Now watch what happens if I try it really slow. mean, it's okay. It's fine. But let's try it a medium speed, okay? So you want to keep your pencil moving. You want to keep it curving until it gets around, all the way around. Ready? Let's see. I think that one's my best circle, don't you think? The other way to do a circle is to choose something round, like I have a glue stick here, it's a big one, and trace around the edge. Now this is hard to do while I'm showing you guys. I'm gonna try my best. Okay, so you have to hold it down like that, and then you're gonna have to trace around the edge. It's easier to do when it's laying flat. Okay, so those are my circles. I did lots of circles. Should we try a square next? Okay, so for a square, here's my recommendation for you. The trick for a square is that you want all the sides to be the same length. Otherwise it becomes a rectangle, right? So what I would do is I would choose something, I'll use this. I'll use our vowel strip. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, this has a straight edge, and this will be the perfect length for my square. Okay, so, oh, sorry, I'll freehand it first. Okay, so I'm gonna try to draw a straight line. Okay, now I'm gonna try to draw another straight line underneath it. And now I'm going to connect my straight lines. Okay, not too bad, right? Okay, now if I were gonna use a tool, what I would do is I would choose something that has the length of the side that I want. So I'll pretend this is the length of the side that I want, and then trace along there. Okay, and then you're just gonna flip it around, and you're gonna trace it on this side, flip it around, trace it on this side, and then flip around and trace it on this side. Okay, actually, not so bad, huh? I flipped over my paper so that we could have enough space to draw our rectangles and our hexagons. Okay, so let's do a rectangle first. So if I'm doing a freehand rectangle, what I want to do is I want to draw a line as straight as I can, right? A long line. And then right underneath it, I'm going to try to draw another long line the same length as this one. Okay, it's not perfectly the same length. And then I'm going to connect, connect, connect. Okay, so that's doing it freehand. Now, if you wanted to use a tool, what you could do, I'll use the box this time, is use your straight edge, okay, to trace a long line. And then you're going to use your straight edge again, and same as before, you're going to try and trace a line the same length. Okay, so now I've got my two lines, and then I'm going to connect the ends of the lines and just use the edge. So the only thing about tools is that it might help you get your lines straighter, but we're practicing, so it's really not a big deal. Okay, still a rectangle, still a rectangle, still a rectangle. Okay, the hexagon is the trickiest one of all. I'm not sure if I can do it. You think I can? Okay, so remember, a hexagon has 6 sides, 6 corners. And what I'm noticing when I draw the hexagon is there's a straight horizontal side-to-side line on the top and the bottom, and then it slants to the right and it slants up like this. Okay, so I'm going to use that when I'm trying to draw my own. Okay, so I'm going to draw a straight line up here, and then I'm going to draw a straight line down here. Now I'm going to do a trick. okay? So I think it's going to be hard to make, let's take a look here. I think it's going to be hard to make this happen, the points. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a little dot, one right here and one right here. Okay, and that's going to be where my lines are going to meet. So I'm going to draw a slanted line to that dot and a slanted line to that dot. I'm going to do the same on this side. Slanted line, slanted line. Not too bad. And you can do the same thing with using a tool for your straight line. I'm going to use an even different tool this time. I'm going to use this clothespin I have, also a straight line. All right, so I'm going to use straight line, trace, and underneath, I'm going to try and do it the same length here. I'm still going to do that dot trick though, okay? I'm still going to do a dot out here and a dot out here because I think that's going to help me. And then I'm going to use my straight line, my straight line. Having some angle trouble, you guys. Let me move this paper over a little bit. Okay. I'm going to transfer it to my ruler because I basically can't hold this at the right angle for you guys to see. And straight line. Oi, I'm going to do this one on the table. And straight line. All right. I actually like my freehand hexagon a lot better than the one I did with the ruler. I think I needed to put these lines further apart. But that's what the practice is for, right? All right, so your job now is to practice on your own. So I attached this page to your morning email so that you can trace the shape and then try to draw it on your own. But you're also welcome to just use paper and go at it. All right, have fun.